Something huge just exploded inside Stellantis, and it's sending shockwaves across the entire US auto industry. The Ram 1500, once seen as the ultimate full-size pickup rival to the Ford F-150 and Chevy Silverado, is now at the center of a massive engine scandal that could destroy the brand's reputation overnight.
J.D. Powers, as well as others, are really recognizing that Ram has come a long way in recent years, and it's all because of what the team here at Sterling Heights.
Talking about engine failures, secret recalls, hidden documents, and furious owners flooding online forums demanding answers. What Stellantis doesn't want you to know might be the biggest cover-up in the pickup world this decade. It all started when thousands of Ram 1500 owners began reporting mysterious engine issues, ticking noises, oil leaks, power loss, and even complete engine shutdowns on highways. Many of these trucks were powered by the Hemi Fiev 8, the heart and soul of Ram's marketing campaign for years. But what owners discovered next sent everyone into panic mode. These weren't isolated incidents, no, they were part of a pattern of premature engine failures that Stellantis quietly knew about for years. Reports show that internal documents and service bulletins pointed to a defect in the camshaft and lifter system, a flaw that causes internal wear and catastrophic engine failure. Instead of recalling the trucks immediately, Stellantis allegedly kept the issue under wraps, pushing service centers to repair them quietly while blaming customers for poor maintenance. That move didn't just spark outrage, like it triggered a wave of lawsuits and social media firestorms, accusing Stellantis of covering up a known defect to save millions in recall costs. Owners are furious. Many Ram drivers who paid top dollar for their pickups now face repair bills exceeding $10,000, with Stellantis refusing to cover the cost outside of warranty. Forums are exploding with anger. YouTube is flooded with breakdown videos, and dealerships are being overwhelmed by complaints. The panic among Ram owners isn't just about money, it's about trust. If Stellantis hid something this serious, what else could they be hiding? And that's not all. Sales of the Ram 1500 have been plummeting fast. In 2024, the Ram lineup saw one of its worst quarterly sales drops in years. Analysts say there are three main reasons behind it. First, the engine scandal scared off new buyers. Second, Stellantis' decision to phase out the Hemi 5.8 and delay the new Hurricane inline 6 left showrooms empty and confused. And third, production slowdowns at Stellantis plants. Due to parts shortages, strikes, and supplier issues have caused massive inventory gaps, making it harder for dealers to deliver new models on time. Now here's where things get even darker. Multiple insiders claim Stellantis instructed dealers not to discuss engine-related issues publicly, warning them that speaking out could damage brand confidence. That's corporate code for don't tell customers what's really happening. And while Stellantis executives publicly claim they're focused on innovation and electrification, behind the curtain, engineers are scrambling to quietly fix the problem before media attention explodes even further. Meanwhile, dealerships are facing the fallout firsthand. Many are stuck with unsellable inventory, forced to offer deep discounts to move trucks that buyers no longer trust. Some smaller dealers are even reporting record-high return rates and customers canceling pre-orders after learning about the scandal. The result? Prices for used Ram trucks are collapsing, and that's shaking up the entire truck market. Ford and GM are already capitalizing on Ram's weakness, launching aggressive marketing campaigns and discount programs to pull buyers away. And for Stellantis, the timing couldn't be worse. They're trying to push the next generation of Ram EVs and hybrid models, but with their gas engines under fire, consumers are asking, if they can't get the basics right, how can we trust them with electric technology? What Stellantis is really hiding might go far beyond just a bad batch of engines. Some insiders whisper that the root of the issue lies in cost-cutting. Decisions made years ago to reduce production expenses by outsourcing engine components to lower-cost suppliers. These parts, built with weaker materials and lower tolerances, are now the reason so many engines are failing early. And guess what? Stellantis allegedly knew these risks before the trucks ever hit the market. Because as more internal documents and whistleblower statements begin to leak, it's becoming clear that this isn't just a quality control mistake. It's a calculated corporate gamble that went horribly wrong. According to leaked service memos circulating online, Stellantis was warned about the long-term durability of its Hemi and new Hurricane engines years before full-scale production. Engineers raised red flags over excessive metal shavings in oil tests, misaligned lifters, and premature wear on camshafts. But the pressure to cut costs and meet profit targets allegedly led executives to ignore those warnings. Now, the fallout is undeniable. Thousands of trucks sitting on dealership lots are essentially ticking time bombs, potential buybacks waiting to happen. Customers who trusted Ram for reliability and strength are now facing engine failures at under 40,000 miles, and Stellantis' response has been nothing short of infuriating. Instead of issuing a full recall, they're quietly replacing engines case by case, keeping it out of the headlines, hoping the issue will fade before regulators step in. But it's not fading. It's getting louder. Consumer protection agencies are starting to receive record complaints about Ram trucks. Lawsuits are piling up. Social media is filled with angry posts tagging at Ram trucks and at Stellantis, demanding accountability. And even longtime Ram loyalists are turning away from the brand they once defended. Many are switching to Ford or Toyota, calling it a betrayal by Stellantis. And here's where it gets even worse for Ram. Dealerships, the front line of this crisis, are bleeding money. Service bays are overflowing with warranty claims they can't get reimbursed for fast enough. Mechanics are reporting long delays waiting for replacement engines and parts, sometimes up to 6 months. Meanwhile, Stellantis keeps pushing them to sell new models, even as customers come back angry with broken engines and denied claims. It's chaos behind the scenes, and the frustration among dealers is boiling over. Some dealers have reportedly started leaking internal memos themselves, exposing how Stellantis executives are instructing service managers to downplay the issue and avoid language that could imply systemic failure. Translation: don't tell customers the truth. Keep them calm. Keep them paying. But buyers aren't stupid. And in 2025, everything gets exposed online. On platforms like TikTok, YouTube, and Reddit, Ram owners are documenting everything. Engine breakdowns, oil leaks, knocking sounds, dealer denials, and failed warranty battles. One viral post even showed a Ram owner's engine blowing up at just 28,000 miles, only for Stellantis to reject the repair, claiming improper maintenance. These stories are spreading fast, and they're destroying buyer confidence faster than Stellantis can contain them. Now, here's what most people don't realize. The scandal isn't just hurting sales. It's crippling Ram's reputation with fleet buyers. Commercial contractors, construction companies, and municipalities, the backbone of Ram's customer base, are now backing out of bulk orders, moving to Ford and Chevy fleets instead. Fleet managers simply can't risk downtime or expensive repairs. That alone is costing Stellantis millions in lost contracts. And the production slowdown? That's another layer of the mess. Stellantis plants in Michigan and Mexico have reportedly been running at reduced capacity due to component quality audits. Corporate speak. For they're trying to fix broken engines before shipping them out. This has created a backlog of undelivered trucks, empty showrooms, and frustrated dealers left guessing when new inventory will actually arrive. Prices, meanwhile, are collapsing. Dealers desperate to clear old inventory have slashed Ram 1500 prices by up to $8,000 to $10,000 in some markets. Used Rams, once prized for their resale value, are now sitting unsold for months, and this ripple effect is hitting the entire pickup segment, dragging down prices for Silverado and F-150 models as well. It's a domino effect across the industry, all triggered by one scandal Stellantis tried to bury. But here's the twist. Insiders claim Stellantis is already working on a hush campaign to quietly repair its image before things spiral even further. Behind closed doors, PR teams are preparing new ad campaigns focusing on innovation, reliability, and American toughness. The irony? Many of those ads will feature the same trucks that customers say are breaking down. And the most shocking part? Some reports hint that the upcoming 2026 Ram models might reuse components from the same flawed engine design, slightly modified but not completely replaced. If that's true, it means Stellantis could be setting itself up for an even bigger disaster next year. Because if this scandal continues to unfold the way it's going, the entire Ram brand might be heading toward a crisis it can't escape from. A collapse built not by bad luck, but by corporate greed and silence. And that silence is exactly what's driving the outrage to new heights. Stellantis' refusal to address the issue head-on is fueling speculation that this scandal runs even deeper than anyone expected. Some former employees have started speaking anonymously to independent journalists, claiming that cost-cutting orders came directly from upper management in Europe, not the US division. According to them, Stellantis prioritized quarterly profits over long-term reliability, forcing engineers to approve parts they knew wouldn't hold up under real-world stress. One source even described how executives ignored early test data showing engine wear during cold start cycles, a problem that could lead to internal metal fatigue. The exact failure many owners are now reporting. Instead of halting production to fix the flaw, the company adjusted the test standards to make the numbers look better. That's not an accident, that's a cover-up. Meanwhile, inside Stellantis, the panic is real. Dealers are furious, engineers are frustrated, and the marketing department is in full damage control mode. They've been told to focus on positive talking points, highlighting Ram's towing capacity, luxury interiors, and hybrid innovation. But when engines are blowing up before 50,000 miles, no amount of chrome trim or touchscreen displays can distract buyers from the truth. And here's where things start to collide, because the US auto regulators are beginning to take notice. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration has quietly opened what insiders describe as a preliminary evaluation into the issue, collecting complaints and warranty data from across the country. If this escalates into a full investigation, Stellantis could face massive fines, forced recalls, or even a federal class action lawsuit. That's the nightmare scenario for Stellantis, because a public recall would not only expose the truth, but also destroy the fragile trust left among loyal Ram owners. Right now, they're trying to walk a tightrope, fix enough trucks quietly to avoid headlines, but not so many that the problem becomes undeniable. But consumers aren't waiting. Buyers are already reacting with their wallets, walking into Ford and Chevy dealerships, trading in Rams at record rates, and leaving scathing reviews online. Never again, one Ram owner wrote in a viral Facebook post after his 2022 Ram 1500 engine seized at 31,000 miles. They sold us junk and tried to pretend it was our fault. That post alone has been shared more than 50,000 times. The trust gap between Stellantis and its customers is widening by the day. And this couldn't come at a worse time because Stellantis is counting on Ram's brand loyalty to carry them into the next generation of electrified trucks. The company's entire EV roadmap, the Ram Charger, the Ram 1500 REV, and future plug-in hybrids, depends on buyers believing that Stellantis builds durable, reliable vehicles. But if customers no longer believe the brand's engines are safe, why would they trust the company's electric batteries or hybrid systems? Behind the scenes, some Stellantis insiders are reportedly pushing for a quiet leadership reshuffle within Ram's engineering division, a way to shift blame without addressing the root cause. Others are advocating for a limited recall to preempt lawsuits, but upper management is hesitant, fearing it will spook investors and tank quarterly earnings. It's a dangerous balancing act, and it's starting to unravel. The longer Stellantis waits, the more damaging this becomes. Dealerships are losing faith, customers are switching brands, and the media is circling the story like sharks. Every week, new videos surface. Customers showing blown engines, oil filters filled with metal debris, trucks towed back to dealerships under 20,000 miles. The visual evidence is undeniable, and yet Stellantis stays silent. Industry experts are already calling this Ram's Dieselgate moment. Just like Volkswagen tried to hide emissions data, Stellantis may have tried to bury an engineering disaster, but this time it's not about pollution. It's about durability, deception, and corporate accountability. And if the federal investigation finds proof that Stellantis knew about these engine flaws before production, this could trigger one of the biggest automotive recalls in modern history, potentially costing billions and permanently damaging Ram's standing in the truck market. Because, make no mistake, the truth is coming out. Whistleblowers are talking, dealers are leaking, customers are uniting, and Stellantis can't silence the internet. The question now isn't whether there's a scandal, it's how deep it goes, how long they've known, and how far they're willing to go to keep it buried. And the deeper you dig, the uglier it gets. Because this isn't just about a few bad engines or sloppy quality control. This is about a corporate culture built on silence, denial, and damage control. Insiders say that engineers who tried to sound the alarm were quietly reassigned, pressured to reword reports, or told that bringing up concerns could jeopardize career growth. Imagine that and being punished for trying to protect customers. And now it's all catching up. Leaked internal emails reveal that Stellantis executives were aware of the rising engine failure rates as early as 2021, right when the company was celebrating record profits and expanding global operations. Instead of pausing production to fix the defect, they allegedly decided to monitor warranty trends, which is corporate code for wait until it blows up in public. Well, it just did. You see, this scandal isn't isolated to one model year or one specific engine. The pattern stretches across multiple Ram 1500 generations, from older Hemi models to newer variants of the e-torque system, and even some of the first Hurricane inline sixes. Owners from across the country, Texas, Michigan, Arizona, Florida, are all reporting the same story: sudden power loss, knocking, stalling, and total failure. What's worse is how inconsistent the company's response has been. Some get free replacements under goodwill, others are told they're out of luck. There's no official policy, no transparency, just chaos. And that chaos is hitting Stellantis hard, where it hurts most. The American heartland, where Ram built its reputation. Farmers, contractors, and small business owners who once swore by their Ram trucks are now publicly turning against the brand. These are not casual consumers. They're the backbone of Ram's identity. And when they start walking away, the brand loses more than sales. It loses its soul. Meanwhile, dealerships are trapped in the middle of this disaster. Service managers are stuck explaining why engines fail on nearly new trucks, while corporate sends them pre-written talking points designed to deflect blame. Many dealers are privately furious. They're losing loyal customers they've served for decades because Stellantis refuses to be honest. Some have even started filming documentation themselves. Engines torn apart in the service bay, showing cam lobes eaten away, metal shavings clogging the oil passages. Undeniable proof of a widespread defect. And while customers are demanding answers, Stellantis continues to push new marketing campaigns about innovation, power, and sustainability. They're flooding social media with ads for the upcoming Ram 1500 REV electric truck, trying to shift attention to the future. But buyers aren't forgetting the present. The top comments under every new Ram ad are filled with angry owners posting photos of blown engines and towing bills. The internet has turned into Stellantis' worst nightmare. A permanent public record of every cover-up attempt. Financial analysts are now warning investors that Stellantis' pickup division could be facing a major brand confidence crisis. Ram has already slipped behind Ford and GM in sales this year, and insiders suggest the next quarter could be catastrophic if these engine issues keep going viral. With production already slowed due to supplier audits and new engine redesigns, dealerships are sitting on lots of unsellable inventory. Some even report massive rebates from Stellantis to move 2024 models, up to $12,000 off MSRP in some states. But even deep discounts aren't convincing skeptical buyers anymore. And the ripple effects are spreading beyond Ram. Dodge and Jeep, both under the Stellantis umbrella, are rumored to have similar quality control issues with shared components and suppliers. If this scandal widens, it could taint the entire Stellantis brand across North America. A nightmare scenario for a company already struggling to compete with Ford, GM, and the new wave of electric startups like Rivian and Tesla. But here's what Stellantis really doesn't want you to know. Multiple insider leaks suggest that the company is preparing a limited silent recall. meaning they'll only notify certain VIN numbers, only in specific markets, and only if customers complain loudly enough. In other words, no public announcement, no accountability, just quiet repairs for the lucky few who know how to push back. Everyone else? They'll be left paying the price. And that's what's driving the fury across the truck community. Not just the broken engines, but the betrayal. Because people bought Ram trucks for one reason: strength, dependability, and honesty. Now, those same loyal customers are realizing that behind the powerful image, there's a company that's been hiding its own weakness all along. But this story isn't over, not even close. In fact, the storm is just starting to build. Whistleblowers are lining up, lawsuits are in motion, and regulators are tightening their grip. And once the first official investigation goes public, once the documents are unsealed and the truth is laid bare, it might not just shake Stellantis. It could redefine the entire American truck market. Because when that first wave of evidence hits the public eye, the entire industry is going to be forced to react.